Alright, here we go. So I'm playing some zombies and I'm going up against one of the most degenerate decks that I think I've ever played against. This guy plays Runick, he's got skill drain, he's got Baguska, he's got all type of shit in his extra deck that is just degenerate as hell. Um, he's got cards, just everything you can think of to be degenerate. Luckily, I milled both his skill drains immediately. He's also playing the Shizu card, so he can be even more annoying. Which it makes sense to play a Shizu in a card that in a deck that's not like really toxic. Um, but like even me, I refuse to put skill drain in this deck because I'm just like I don't want to play skill drain. That's too toxic. Like skill drain is way too fucking toxic. So I go ahead and send Mizuki right here because he activates Kelbeck to basically try to stop my plays. No, no, no. I hadn't even used my normal summon, so I use my normal summon to bring it back out again. Then I just go Red Eyes Zombie Dragon Lord. Now I could have went Baron de Flor, but I felt like if I put the Baron de Flor out, he would have just run over my Baron. So I didn't want to do that because I see Runick cards. This card right here will bring something from the graveyard. Um, I also go Fairy Tale Snow, flip this face down. The only reason I did that is to just put it on the field because he was trying to shuffle my Fairy Tale Snow back into the deck. I'd rather have it on the field so that in that way, if he destroys it, then it goes back to the graveyard and I can use it on his Runics. Now, the reason this card is devastating on Runics is because when you flip that shit face down, you can make plays, and then when you're ready to attack, you can wipe their ass off the fucking map. Like, and they can't do anything about it because basically they won't have any protection for their field spell if you choose to do that, right? So, so far he's banished a shit ton of my cards. Mostly everything I've put out has been banished. Um, I put out Doom King, Bone Tower, and he is going to put out two monsters going into more than likely Baguska because he is a degenerate ass player. One of the most degenerate players I've played. Baguska's fat lazy ass just sits there and forces you to pass turn, but not today, my boy. Your dumb ass didn't realize I got four monsters on the field, my boy. Four monsters can easily go into Underworld Goddess, which means as soon as you pass turn, if you don't clear these monsters out, I am going to completely, completely fuck your whole strategy over by just summoning this and just playing through that shit like nothing happened. It'll be good to get this back into the graveyard anyways. This card will automatically look. Let's just show how much recursion we have right here with these cards anyways. This card automatically just comes back to the field. I don't have to do anything for it to come back. It just comes back. This card right here, all I have to do is just banish 7 monsters in my graveyard. I got 12 in there. Very easy. This card right here, Red Eyes Dragon Zombie. This card, look, if this card is in your graveyard, banish one zombie monster you control to special summon this card. So 3 of these monsters can just come right back. Of course, this is a mandatory effect. I'm not actually activating this. It just activates automatically. So don't say, hey, why do you keep activating Bone Tower when you negate it? That's why it's a mandatory effect. It automatically activates whenever something's summoned. That's why it does it every single time. So I tribute these all off. Go into Underworld Goddess. Goodbye, Gabaguska, my boy. And on top of that, this also negates this. So if I do choose to pop his field spell, he's completely fucked anyways. He can't do anything. So I go ahead and just banish his Medora that was in the graveyard with the effect of Baller Drop. Flip this shit face down, go Diviner. Diviner's going to send Kelbeck. My goal here was to use the effect and set this card, but I just did not mill the trap card that I was looking for. Um, Somehow, all 3 of the trap cards for for the second effect to work, the exchange of spirit, are all in the grave. I mean, in my deck still. How I don't fucking know. But whatever. It is what it is, right? And then look, now I end up milling one to the banish pile, which is okay, I guess. But that would have absolutely screwed this deck over because if I would have gotten, and look at this, I go into attack and he's gonna activate Threatening Roar. This bitch is so fucking degenerate. But if I would have activated Deck Devastation Virus, all of his Runicks go bye-bye the second they hit the field. So luckily for him, I didn't get a chance to set this card because that would have absolutely fucked his whole strategy all the way over. He would have had no protection for this whatsoever. So now he no more Threatening Roar, which means GG's bitch. Take this L like a fucking man. Attack, attack, attack. I should have trolled him and attacked with the weaker ones first, but fuck him. GG's bitch. Take this L.